Hey, all of my infinite beings and friends. Welcome back to Infinite Wisdom. Yeah. No? Alright, fuck it. Well, today, guys, what we're going to be talking about is insecurities. Kind of what that means. A little bit of where they stem from. All of our lives, we have all been told to think a certain way, to act a certain way, to look a certain way, to honestly be everything that we're not. To, in a sense, shame ourselves for the ways that we look or the ways that we think. For centuries, people have been trying to put us in a box and putting a label on it. And they've been putting us in so many different, okay, so what I mean is, like, it takes a toll. That's my favorite word, guys, so don't yell at me, but that's my favorite word, okay? Toll. Alright, okay, I'm done. Alright, but no, seriously, guys. But for years, for almost thousands of years, we've been put into a box of a way of thinking, believing in ourselves, a way of how another person thinks we should think, how another person thinks we should react, instead of us being an individual who has the ability to think for themselves. And honestly, there is definitely the time to change, and that time is now. We're sitting here and we're stuck in this reality of a person feeling as if they don't fit in. We're all humans, but for some reason, we all can't fit in. No one's perfect, but for some reason, people feel like they still can't fit in. Right? No one has everything 150% except Fabio. Okay? I'm lying. I'm joking, guys. Literally, no one, guys. No one, okay, is perfect in this world. And through the ages, they've built this system of learning to break a person down, of changing a person's perspective of themselves and how they feel and how they think, how they act. We've put this self-image, or we've allowed things, other people, situations, to put this self-image inside of our minds, to believe that there's something wrong with us, to believe that, why am I like this? I'm different. I'm weird. I'm strange. You're not strange. You're not different. You're you. And that's the thing, is that for most of our lives, we've always wanted to be someone else, whether it was from us as a child growing up looking at a superhero, right? Or even as a child, you wanting to be like your mom or dad, right? As a child, you are growing up into a teenager, going through school. Hey, you want to be like that super cool guy in school that everybody loves, and he's super exhilarating, and you always want to be around them. So we've always never been taught to inspire in ourselves. And honestly, for me, I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get it. At all. Not one bit. For me, it doesn't make sense. For me, it doesn't click. It's like, nope, I don't compute because I don't understand. I don't understand how from birth we're taught to inspire to be as another person. We're taught that we should like certain things. We should do certain things. We should follow certain rules because this is what people have put in a guideline, a book. They set the structure. And the thing is that structure needs to be broken. That structure needs to stop. We all need to create our own individual structure. We can't follow the guidelines of another person. You know, it's 2021, guys, and it's about to be 2022. Things need to change about how we think about ourselves, about how we look at ourselves, about how we think for only in a sense of being another person or being like another person or doing things that another person is doing. We want to be influenced on who we are and not who everyone else is. But when we think of I want to be like that or I need to be like that, when we think like that, that's where our insecurities start to come from. They start to stem, they start to grow out of us, they start to pour out of us like sweat coming out of our pores. You know, and we don't notice that it's because we've been put into a system that tells us and wants us to feel and think and be a certain way. And honestly, you can't be something that you are not. And that's where, when you're trying to be something you're not, that's where the insecurities come from. When you love things that you are not, that's where your insecurities come from. When you stop understanding who you are and what you're meant to do and understanding how you can help yourself, that's where it stems from. When you lose sight of yourself, when you lose faith in yourself, because you're putting faith in something else other than yourself. That's where the insecurities come from, guys. We need to stop this cycle of listening to what other people say and to trying to want to fit in to a system that was built to break us down. And it may be hard, guys. But honestly, it can't be too hard. Because we have people doing it every day, breaking this cycle. And I want you to be one of them to break the cycle of insecurities. I want you to break down that wall and set yourself free. You don't need to look like everyone else. You don't need to act like everyone else. You don't need to think like everyone else. You just need to be you. You just need to let your spirits fly, guys. Okay? And you know what I tell them? You want my light? You can't have it. Okay? You can't have it. Right? They can't have your light. They can't make you dim who you are. They can't put out your fire. But honestly, they could if if you allow them to. If you allow them to put out that fire, then that's what'll happen. But you could be a trick candle and you'll go out for a second and then what? You'll spry back up. Now guys, you know I can go on and on and on and on and on. But I'm gonna leave that right there for you. Alright guys.